Namaskar, friends. Welcome to Rajan George Holmes' next episode. Today, I am going to speak to you about how you should not be cheated on the concrete day. The most important day in the construction of a house is the concrete day. How we should not be cheated? First reason why people are cheated is more water is added. Second is less cement is added. And third is reinforcement is not properly placed. And fourth is more sand is used compared to metal. First, let us see how people are cheated in the case of water. How much water is needed per bag of cement? That is water cement ratio. Water cement ratio has to be around 0.4 or to 0.45. 50 kilograms bag of cement, 0.4% of 50 kilograms is 20 liters or 20 kilograms of water. And let us see what happens if more water is added to the concrete. The more the water added, we get a very weak concrete. The reason why more water will result in a weaker concrete is the excess water in the concrete will evaporate and it will cause air cavity in the concrete. And second reason is excess water will make the concrete different layers and thereby the compressive strength or the quality of the concrete is affected. People are very much aware of the need of curing, but people are not aware of the importance of water to be added to the concrete. Just search Google. You search water cement ratio versus strength of concrete. There you can see a lot of graphs showing that the maximum strength of concrete is when the water cement ratio is 0.3, that is 15 liters. But with the 15 liters, we don't get a very workable concrete. Practically, we will have to add 20 liters, 20 to 23 liters, depending upon the dryness of the sand and the metal. Search in Google what is the strength of concrete when you add 50% more. That is, instead of 20 to 23, if 30 or 35 liters of water is added, what happens? You will see that the strength of concrete becomes only 50% when more water is added, or 50% more water is added. Again, you see, instead of 23 liters, the water is doubled. You can see the strength of concrete becomes only 25%. Simply compare, instead of 100 bags required, you add only 25 bags. That is the effect when you add more water. You get a very weak concrete, not durable. Instead of the concrete lasting for 100 or 200 years, the concrete will last 25 or 30 years only. People are aware of the curing only. Why the engineers do not implement with the correct water? It is because when less water is added, the masons, the mixer machine people, the vibrator people, all will fight against the engineer or the supervisor. They will demand more water because the more water is added means lesser is the effort. It is easier to level it. The work of the masons, the mixer machine operators, and the vibrator operators is much easy. That is how they insist on more water. How do you know that water content is more? The concrete has to spread only when it is vibrated, and also vibration will be required all throughout the concrete type continuously. If only a less time is required for vibration, that means more water is added. So beware of the water added to the concrete. If you add more water, we get a very weak concrete which is not durable for the lifespan of the house. How to implement it? The house owner himself can see that only 20 to 23 liters is added. He can give many buckets or cups with 10 liters, 5 liters, 3 liters, etc. and ensure that the only correct water is added to the concrete. And next way in which the house owners are cheated is less cement only is added to the concrete. What the masons or the workers are gaining by adding less cement? The reason is simple. If the concrete is given to a subcontractor for the concrete day with a mixer machine, with the lift, with vibrator, etc. They take the subcontract of the concrete for 100 bags cement for 30,000 or 40,000 like that. The amount they get will be fixed. The amount of metal and sand to be added is also the same. But instead of adding 100 bags, if they add only 80 bags, they have got a little saving in effort for cement handling. Cement bag, they have to take it, cut it, then add to the mixer machine. That trifle saving in effort. For that, the house owner is victimized. Unless you are very, very careful on concrete day, you will see that only less cement will be added to the concrete. Simply see whether you save money for 100 bag of concrete, 500 cubic feet of concrete will come. That is 1500 square feet of concrete. The cost of labor will be 1.5 lakhs. Cost of cement will be around 40,000. Cost of steel will be around 80,000. Metal and sand will be around 60,000. So the total cost of the concrete is 3.3 lakhs. And if you save 20%, that is 20 bags out of 100 bags, it is merely 8,000 rupees or only 2.4% of the total cost. If you add 20% more also, what you lose is trifle amount. More the cement means more the durability, more the quality, more the strength of the concrete. Never compromise on the amount of cement added. Unless you are very careful on concrete day, you will be cheated. And the third method by which house owners are cheated is wrong placement of reinforcement. If the concrete is done with expert supervision, with a technically knowing person, bar bending and placing all will be correct. But on the concrete day, usually implementation is very, very poor. All throughout the concrete slab, a minimum cover of 2 centimeter has to be given. Minimum. 2.5 centimeter is better. But usually it is not implemented. Car blocks will be placed, but while concreting, car blocks will be displaced and thereby proper cover won't be there for concrete, which is very, very dangerous to the life and durability of the concrete. Also, for concrete, the reinforcement is one layer in the middle of the roof and it is two layer in the end of the roof. And the second layer has to be placed 2 centimeters below the concrete top, but usually it is not implemented. There also the quality of the concrete is affected. And the fourth method by which house owners are cheated is more sand is added and less metal. Why the workers do so? The more sand added means it is easy to level it. It is easy to vibrate it. Sand to be added is theoretically 50% of the metal, but it is only for graded metal. That means instead of 20 mm, it should be metal with the 20 mm accompanied by 15 mm, 12 mm, 8 mm, 6 mm, 3 mm and so on. But graded metal is usually not available. So more sand is to be added. The amount of sand added should not be 70% more than the quantity of a metal. So these are the precautions you have to take on concrete day. You have to add less water. You have to add more cement. Reinforcement has to be placed properly and sand metal ratio should be correct. Thank you.